many of you did see the first show? Just by a round of applause, I can't see the first. All right. Thank you so much for coming out. Some of you didn't see it. And for those of you that didn't, in a nutshell, this is what happened. I was going to Alaska. The airline lost my luggage. It got left out in a downpour. I got it 7 days later full of mold and water. My next special guest was in that suitcase, and I need a volunteer for tonight. I need a grandpa. I know it's a reach, but I'll bet we can find one. Right over here. What's your... Oh, I guess your name is Roger?
Roger.
Where are you from, Roger?
Arizona.
Arizona. Let's give Roger a big round of applause. Come on up here, buddy.
Oh,
Roger from Arizona. I won't ask where you're really from. NP. Right? All right. Did you see the show the other night? Oh, good. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my hand right here, and when I squeeze, you're going to open your mouth. I tell you what, I just won't put my hand there until I'm ready, all right? When I squeeze, you open your mouth. When I release it, you close it. You ready? Let's try it real slow. Yes, the bigger the better. That's it. Don't hurt yourself. Yeah. Here we go. All right. Yes. If I want to talk really fast, it would look and feel like this. Yes. And if I want you to sing a song and hold out a note, it would look and feel like this. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Grandpa! So how you doing, Grandpa? I'm mad. Mad about what? Those are my lines. Yeah. It's harder than it looks, isn't it? Mad about what? Everything. You can't be mad about everything. Try me. What's going on, man? The number one problem with today's society is apathy. Apathy. I'm sorry. Who cares? Okay. And don't even get me started on shopping carts. Shopping carts. What's the matter with shopping carts? So they're in my parking station at the grocery store. Oh, because people leave them out. Yeah. So, yeah, if I see a youngster leaving one out, I teach him a lesson. What do? I pull up right behind them so they can't leave. Then I get out of the car and I lock her onto the trunk and I get out a walker. You don't use a walker. They don't know that. Okay. And I do the slowest locker shuffle all the way around the car. Get the cart and walk all the way back to the cart return. And then I park my car. Well, doesn't that take a long time? About 15 minutes. Don't they get mad? Yeah. Well, what do? I just smile and lathe as I walk into the grocery store without a locker. And don't even get me say, everybody wants something for nothing. How's that? Or like my doctor, for instance, he's mad at me. Why is he mad at you? He says, you know that check you take my bill with, King Dak? I said, that's all right. So did the hemorrhoids. Okay. Let's stay away from the medical stuff tonight. Is there a song that you wanted to sing? Oh, yeah. Are there any Johnny Cash fans out there? Yeah, I'd like to sing a Johnny Cash song, and I'd like to dedicate it to my doctor. It's called Ring of Fire. All right. I my papa hit the street. Mama had a time trying to raise 9 kids. She told me not to take 'cause it was impolite. She did the best she could to try to raise me right. But my mama never told me about nothing like what I owe you. But your mama must have been another good-looking honey too. I said, hey, good L-O-K-I-N-G. Well, I smell T-R-O-U-P-L-E. Hey, boys! All they got key. Felipe on guitar. There ain't no tree jumping, sexy walking, honky tonkin', baby. The men are gonna love you and the women gonna hate you. Remind them of everything they're never gonna be. Maybe they'll be kidding you on the world, boss. Because this world ain't ready for nothing like what I owe you. But your mom must have been another good-looking honey too. Yeah, I said, hey, good L-O-K-I-N-G. Well, I spell T-R-O-U-P-L-E. I said, hey, put your hands together, boogie. I said, hey. I said, hey. I said, hey. I said, hey. Yeah, well, I spell T-R-O-U-P-L-E. Yeah, yeah. All right. Yeah. You enjoying the show so far? I love what I do. I hope it comes across. I enjoy entertaining. I really enjoy traveling and meeting new people, but I am first and foremost a family man. I have a beautiful wife, Jill. I have a 14-year-old son, Noah, and an 11-year-old daughter, Nev, and they're everything to me. I bring them with me whenever I can, and they get it now. They understand. When I leave home, I'm going to work. I'm going to pay for Xboxes, American Girl dolls. So they understand it now. But it was just 7 years ago that my daughter was still in preschool, and my wife Jill went to pick her up, and the teacher met my wife at the door, and she said, Jill, is Michael not entertaining anymore? And my wife said, no, 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 he's working. In fact, he's been really busy these past few months. And the teacher says, well, I think you want to talk to Nev, because I'm not sure that she understands what your husband does for a living. So on the way home in the car, my wife says, Nev, what does Daddy do for a living? She goes, he works at the airport. My wife said, what? She goes, he works at the airport. And she's very excited about it. My wife says, honey, you know that your daddy's a singer, he's a ventriloquist, and he entertains people. And she goes, I know, but now he works at the airport. And my wife says, honey, why on earth would you think your daddy works at the airport? And this little 4-year-old attitude popped out of nowhere. She goes, Mom, that's where we drop him off and pick him up. Made perfect sense to her. But they get it now, they understand. And as you can imagine, I miss out on a few of the little things, but I bring them with me to anything that I can. I do a lot of land shows. When I first started, I did shows in the Catskills and Poconos because we lived in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And I would work up there, and they got to come do all the fun stuff, the swimming, the skiing, the sledding. It was a working vacation. I worked and they vacationed. So, but it wasn't so bad. And they get it now. They understand. When I leave, I'm going to work. But as you can imagine, I'm very popular at bedtime when I am home. That's how I practiced all my sketches to get the show started and up and running. And that's why you will not hear SpongeBob in the impressions tonight, because my son said, Dad, it's not quite there yet. Brutally honest. He's like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. So, but I would do stuff for them. And the one night, I'm finishing up. They'll ask for like Grandpa Screech, not Roger, but they'll ask for Screech or Clarence or one of the guys to come in. And I would sing them a song, read them a story. And the one night I'm finishing up. The kids are in bed, the lights are off. The song has been sung and the story's been read. I still have Clarence the Moose with me, and I'm stepping out into the hallway, and my wife is standing right there. And she has this adoring look on her face, and she says, honey, I think you could be the best father in the whole world. But just in case, we need to be saving for college and therapy for those two kids. Not everybody has a right hand that talks, but I now, we just recently, a year and a half ago, moved to Charleston, and while we lived in Pennsylvania, I would do shows down there 3 times a year. For the summer show, same thing, working vacation. They were out of school, they got to come down. But for the Christmas show, I'd go down, I would rehearse and do the show for 3 weeks, and then they would join me for the last week of the run. And at night, I would call them, and I'd sing them to sleep or over the phone while I have cell service. And if you will indulge me right now, I would like to perform the #1 requested song in the Miner household at bedtime, and I'd like to dedicate it to my children, your children, and grandchildren. It's called Let Them Be Little. In the palm of my hand, you felt so good in it, no bigger than a minute, and how it amazes me, you're changing with every fragrance, faster than a flower blooms, you grow up all too soon, so let them be. 'Cause they're only that way for a while. Give them hope, give them praise, give them love every day. Let them cry, let them giggle, let them sleep in the middle. Oh, but let them be little. Felt so much in one little tender touch. I live for those kisses, your prayers and your wishes. And now you're teaching me how only a child can see. Tonight while we're on our knees, all I ask is please let them be. 'Cause they're only that way for a while. Give them hope, give them praise, give them love every day. Let them cry, let them giggle, let them sleep in the middle. Oh, but let them be little. So innocent, precious souls, you turn around and it's time to let them go. So let them be little, 'cause they're